Hey guys, what's going on? We've got some new information today regarding the Kenobi series and a fan theory that seems to be more and more coming true, so let's get into it. So Sung Kang, the actor who plays Han in Fast and the Furious, has gone on to say that his character is going to have a lightsaber. So let's read the actual, and you can find the interview online, actually the video format of it, so I'm just going to read the text bit. Screen Rant got the chance to sit down with Kang to talk about his recent role in Fast and the Furious 9, F9. Though it wouldn't be a comprehensive interview of Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't come up at some point. Kang was asked what it means to him to be joining the Star Wars universe, and he explained that when he was young, from ages 8 through 13, his favorite holiday was Halloween. Kang then went on to say how that connects to his feelings about being in Star Wars, and even revealed a small detail about his character. So we know that he's going to be in the show, but nobody really knows what his character is going to be about, but it's speculated that he's going to play an Inquisitor, and he's going to be the fifth brother. Kang says, "I used to dress up in the cheap Kmart plastic Halloween costumes, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, almost every single day from 8 to 13 years old. My friends and I would play pretend. We would make our own lightsabers out of toilet paper centers and stuff like that, and paper towel cardboard. And to be able to be on set and see Darth Vader and see Star Wars universe in front of me, I mean, just as a fan to be able to be part of that history is pretty amazing. I kept pinching myself to go, how did I end up here? And my character has a lightsaber to go, what? It's not a toy. It's actually the real thing, right? So pretty cool." So I don't know if he was actually supposed to reveal that much information. Probably not, considering Disney really likes to keep a tight lid on everything that they release. So now we know that he's essentially going to have a lightsaber. Kang previously described his Obi-Wan Kenobi character as having a sexual deliciousness. There's no denying that lightsabers hold a special appeal, and the promise of Kang using one only makes the series that much more exciting. Obi-Wan Kenobi reportedly wrapped back in August, which appears to suggest it should be on track to arrive sometime in 2022. Since the Book of Boba Fett will arrive first, fans might have to wait a while longer before they learn more specifics about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Undoubtedly, though, there are a lot of exciting things ahead for Star Wars fans. Dude, I think Kenobi's going to come out fall of 2022. Like next year. Next year, like November, December. That's the vibe I'm getting. So here's why I think it's actually going to be the fifth brother. Now, the fifth brother was an Inquisitor, but before that, he was someone in the Jedi Temple. And during the end of the Republic and Order 66, he eventually became an Inquisitor. He fell to the dark side and became sort of a, I don't want to say dark Jedi because that's not really what Inquisitors are, but they're like fallen Jedi. They're like Jedi or Force users that turn to the dark side. They're not Sith either, but their essential purpose is to hunt down Jedi after Order 66. And once Vader met them, he actually ended up training them, and he took the right hand of the fifth brother. So we could very well see this in the show. They could do a flashback as this happens more early towards Order 66, and we know that the Kenobi show takes place 10 years after Order 66, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, and 10 years before A New Hope. So it's right smack in the middle of really the meaty stuff. This is like where everything is really going down, with Anakin still being a prominent part of Vader and not being totally lost just yet. I mean, the percentage of Vader in Kenobi show is probably going to be, I would say, like 60 or maybe, 70%. 10 years after Revenge of the Sith is a lot of time, but it's not as much time as it is in Rogue One or A New Hope, where it's 20 years, where he really has a lot more time to really double down on just forgetting Anakin as much as he can. And mind you, he never fully did. That's how Anakin was able to break free in the end. But he did it to the most of his abilities, so I would say probably like 99% by the time he got to, Return of the Jedi. Or I'd say A New Hope, because once he found out Luke was his son, that's really when the wheels started turning, I think, and he started to just backtrack a bit, and Anakin started to come a little more to the forefront of his mind. But then that also, fueled his hatred as well. So that's a different discussion for a different time. So anyways, the fifth brother would be pretty awesome to see in the Kenobi show. We could see him going to Tatooine. We could see him training with Vader, Vader taking his hand off, and Vader just treating him kind of like how Tarkin treated Vader, like a subordinate, like nothing. And I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that side of Vader, just being this menacing, imposing, powerful figure and being that just takes no crap from anybody, and also imposes his stature and his rank, because he was pretty egotistical and he was pretty broken, which led him to be, kind of the maniacal monster that he was in the end. The only part that really confuses me about the Kenobi series is how Obi-Wan is going to fight Darth Vader. And the more I talk about it, the more I just kind of get confused. And I'm like, how are they really going to do this? Because it was never really said that they actually met after Revenge of the Sith, but it was also never said that they didn't meet. So I'm just kind of wondering, how are they really going to do this? Is it going to be some sort of a dream sequence? As we saw in the comics, they've fought each other in their dreams many times. Vader even had a what-if scenario where he righted all of his wrongs, so to speak, and he went to Kenobi, took off his helmet, and he apologized and begged for forgiveness on his knees. It was pretty weird, that part, but I mean, these things have been done and in and out of canon. So we could definitely see some sort of dream sequence like that. I would rather that than something real, because I feel if they actually saw each other, I mean, it would be the most intense showdown yet, but it would also be just kind of strange, because it would maybe undermine a little bit of A New Hope. I feel like, that moment is so iconic because you assume that they haven't seen each other since the lava planet of Mustafar. And if they were to see each other again sometime in between, just 10 years after that, it would almost undermine that moment, I feel like. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about it too. Maybe you guys prefer it. Maybe a lot of you really want them to fight for real. Which also raises another question, is where the heck would they fight? So we know that Vader won't go back to Tatooine because that's where Anakin has all of his memories, and he's fearful of Anakin coming back again. If you haven't watched my recent video, which goes over this amazing book right here, The Rise of Darth Vader, there's a section in there where Qui-Gon's ghost is speaking to Obi-Wan, and he tells Obi-Wan that Anakin will never go to Tatooine, Vader will never go to Tatooine, because he's fearful of Anakin being resurrected, so to speak, with all of the emotions and feelings of everything on that planet, including sand. That's a joke. But what I'm wondering is, will Obi-Wan go off-world? Or will they actually just fight on Tatooine? Because in canon, Vader actually visits Tatooine several times. And one of those times was to choke out Jabba the Hutt with the Force. Or will we see the other part of him, where he's just slaughtering an entire village of Tusken Raiders, who end up actually worshipping him as some sort of a god, so that, I guess, he doesn't come back or something like that. But these are all things that we could see, and it makes me wonder, how exactly is this going to happen? Is Ahsoka going to come in and essentially take over Obi-Wan's lookout for Luke? Is someone else going to come in? And if so, who? These are all the things that keep me up at night, so I don't really know, but I'm very excited to find out. So anyways, that's what I think on Sung Kang's little leak that he probably shouldn't have said, and they're probably messaging him right now being like, yo, why did you say that? But it's all good. We have more to go off of now, so I'll be very excited if we get to see the fifth brother with Vader, and Vader just like beating the crap out of him. But he does die in Rebels. Maul kills him. So this is obviously far before that. And could we see Maul? Absolutely. Could we see Ahsoka? Absolutely. Could we see Commander Cody? Absolutely. Could we see Rex? Yes. We could see everybody, including Obi-Wan Kenobi, including Yoda, including Qui-Gon Jinn, perhaps, and so much more. So hope you guys are ready for the Kenobi show. This is going to be the biggest show for Star Wars, I believe, ever. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Let me know what you thought of this one. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and please check me out on Spotify. New exclusive podcasts every single day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.